Hello, my name's Tim Oliver. I am a freelance engineer, producer and mixer involved in the running of the commercial studios here at Real World. Well, yeah, I can. Yeah, the Carry Fire record. I've done two with him recently. There was Carry Fire is the last one. We recorded that here. The previous one, which is called Lullaby and the Ceaseless Roar, was the Overdose one here, and there was a studio down the road, which I co-own, and we did the main recording down there. Back to here, the Carry Fire record, we did a lot of it was sort of in parts, but occasionally we'd have sessions where everyone was set up in different parts. So Robert would be standing in the corner with a reflection filter. Justin Adams, guitarist, would be sitting here. I'd be squeezed in here. We'd have Johnny Baggott on the keyboards, and Billy Fuller playing bass out in the hallway. And they'd be jamming away, and I'd just be recording, and then we'd go, "Well, that sounds a good section. We'll take that section, and and it was a very organic process, even though it doesn't seem like it because you're in computer world as well. But it was great because you could just try different sections, make a section, it's all be running. It made the construction and the writing process, because a lot of things were written here as it went along. Band members would come with ideas, and then they'd jam them out. We wouldn't use amps, we'd use DI and amp models, or we've got amp in the next room, which we might use occasionally for guitar. Bass DI, yeah, I've got a gas cooker DI, valve DI, which is just a beautiful machine. Just anything that goes into that. I put all my keyboards and things through that as a DI, and it immediately, it's like putting it through an old Neve 1073. It just goes, whoa, there you are. On the last record I have a U47 clone, which is a Wagner 47, and it's a Gunther Wagner made, I think, maybe just 50 of these mics, which he harvested bits of old U47s and made them up. And we bought a pair maybe 10 years ago. And I've just carried on using that. It's great because it's very present, but it's warm at the same time. And Robert really likes the feeling, the brittle, the brittle S's and all that kind of thing. He likes to hear that, as well as the warmth in his voice. I have this setup which I love. It's a small room, but I've been here long enough to know exactly how it works. I have my ATC monitors, and it doesn't get better than that for me. So I can, I prefer to be here. Now, I mix elsewhere. I go to other studios and mix, but I always bring it back here to listen to it and check it. Design is a very flattering word. It was a box room which I put things around and made it sound okay. And it's still, it's very small. It's too small to make it sound great, but I know how it works, and I can take things away from here, and I'll know how it's going to be, and I can check it away from the room. I was only going to be here temporarily, and that was 12 years ago. And I'm still here.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. I didn't think it was worth spending money on at the time, because I thought, well, I'd be moving on somewhere else, and then I just ended up staying here. It's just, it's an ideal place. Real World has, a lot of lovely people and inspiring company when you just go over and have some lunch and you meet up with Steve Osborne, or you meet up with whoever's here as clients, and you just chat about the latest reverb plugin or whatever, the latest PSP plugin. Well, seeing this and just playing with it, I'm marvelling at the engineering, the way it's working without any delay. I mean, and to be able to just flip between compressors, it's fantastic. You wouldn't be able to do that with no individual plugins. So it's perfect from that score. It saves a lot of time. You can try the different EQs. No problem. So, I don't record with this processing on, so that doesn't bother me so much. The zero latency, but obviously it's going to be amazing for the live engineers. But I think that just for convenience, when you're getting a sound up. I mean, I was just comparing the Infinity Strip with the processing on Robert Plant's vocal, which is the finished processing that went on the record, and I can get very close using all those modules quite easily. So yeah, I'm impressed, really impressed. I use on the last two albums I've done with Robert Plant, I've used the Vintage Warmer, yes, and it's along with various different EQs and compressors. But he loves compression and he loves the spit and the warmer kind of allows you to do that, but it doesn't give it. It loses the harshness. You can control the transients to an extent. But I'm going to carry on that because the Vintage Warmer is great on the vocals and great on many other things. Your Mix Saturator is another favourite of mine. Again, the drive quality on that one is just is beautifully musical. It contains things but doesn't kill things, which is what I love about it. And it gives it character. Oh, Xenon. Yeah, and I use that for mastering. Yeah. Brilliant. In fact, I use in series the Xenon and Vintage Warmer, and so I'll put it through Xenon, obviously a double limiter, and back the output off and put it into Vintage Warmer and put it through that as well. So, but all very subtle, and it's amazingly transparent, but amazingly sort of. So I was quite surprised to hear you've been going 20 years, because I've probably been using Vintage Warmer for that long, and it doesn't feel like it, but I would pretty much every record I've used the Vintage Warmer in its different guises, I would think. Not just on vocals, but on any, on bass and anything. It's great. The musicality of it is lovely. The dry, saturation qualities for me, it's just the right sense, the right glue, the sound. It's lovely. And yes, it's a big happy birthday to PSP for your 20th year, and long may it continue.